Good morning, everyone. How are y'all doing? See who's in here. Hold on a minute. Let me look at it on my phone so I can see everybody. Y'all, when I scheduled this morning, I forgot it was Memorial Day. In my head, Memorial Day was yesterday on Sunday. But it's actually today. Okay, let me find it. My chat. Okay. Okay, let me see who's on here. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of comments. Lisa Queen, Cat Blue, Heidi Perkins, Never Lose Hope, Verbal Constipation. Did I say Lisa? I think I did. Light Feather, Emily, Remy, Miss Murder, Ginger Locks. I am way behind, y'all. Okay, Blue Bell, Faithful One, Susan. Did I say Ginger Locks, Mom? I forgot. But good morning. Charlie girl. Good to see you. How are you? I hope everyone had a good weekend. I guess I did. I mean, I really didn't do anything. Didn't get to clean out my chicken coop because it started raining. The lady, good morning. I missed that one. How are you? After I scheduled this and realized it was actually Memorial Day was today, I got to thinking maybe I shouldn't have done it on Memorial Day, but I already had it scheduled, so the show must go on. Like, I'm dying to talk a little bit about Madison Bell, because I don't think I've got to talk about it since she was found, just my uploads. Yeah, just my uploads I did. I've not got to talk to y'all live about it. So there was quite a few of y'all that was right about Madison. She ran off. She went off on her own free will. She does not want to go home. She does not want anybody to know where she's at. She's 18 years old. She don't have to go home. But goodness gracious, this girl had the whole damn world looking for her. Must be a lot going on in that home. Let me see what y'all say in the chat before I get started here. Like, I'm torn with this case. Like, I totally understand not liking confrontation. Gosh, I don't like it either. But gosh, she should have left a note or something. Or, took off and at least sent a text or something. Or made a phone call. I don't know. She shouldn't took off like that. But I'm just going to say this because this is how I feel. And I am being judgmental a little bit. But why was her boyfriend living there with her? She's 18 years old, not graduated high school yet. She was getting ready to. And she's been with this guy for 5 years. What was he doing living there in the home? An 18-year-old that's not graduated high school should not be living with her boyfriend. That's my opinion. Or her boyfriend shouldn't be living with her. Heidi, I want to know why she got so much coverage. Like, there are so many cases. Why did this case become so popular? My first thought was, who's raping her? Well, you know what? I think she was a little bit smothered. Okay, tell me what y'all think about this thought. This is the thought I've got. She goes to the tanning salon, right? She's 40 minutes late going home, and her mom's already out looking for her. Like, I know you got to be worried about your kids, but you can't smother them to death. Keep them under your apron, as we like to say here in the South. Maybe the girl stopped at the store, went into Walmart or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, she seemed like freaking panicked out within 40 minutes. Crap, sometimes it takes my son, when he's at his dad's and stuff, a few hours to respond. And sometimes he don't respond to me, and I have to, get on him. But I'm just saying, like, 40 minutes late. Seems like she kept, like, a really close eye on her. Yeah, I wasn't allowed that in my home either. See, my mother allowed stuff like that. And, back when I was a teenager, my boyfriend could come over and spend the night. That's not how you do things. That's not right. See where it got me? Not focused on my studies, worried about a boyfriend. Okay, you got to think, she's a teenage girl. She's done been with this boy 5 years. You know how it is when you're a teenager. I guess she wanted to experience life, something other than just being in a relationship with him all the time. She's like 18 years old, barely 18. I think she has a secret and doesn't want to hurt her father. I really believe that in my... Okay, like the lady, can you tell me, I was wondering about that this morning. Does the father live in the home with them? I was just curious because it said, I was reading the statement. It says her parents put out. TC, good morning. Morgan. Susan, no, he don't. Her life was decent in our eyes, but we don't know what was behind closed doors. It's a home problem. Yeah, Heidi. Yeah, you don't know what goes on behind closed doors. I'm hoping that it wasn't anything, like any kind of abuse. I'm hoping that she just felt smothered. I hope she wasn't abused. Emily, Cece, he was there because at 16, his father threw him through a garage door. His parents going through a divorce. Her mom took him in to give him a safe place. Well, I understand that. I mean, I understand she wanted to give him a safe place, but that was her daughter's boyfriend, too. That's just a complicated situation, I guess. I don't think it would have been too bad if, or not bad at all, if the two hadn't have been dating. I don't know. It's just too young to be in the same house with your boyfriend living 24/7. Let me just say it that way then, since he was taken in because of abuse. Let me just say that. I don't know. I guess it's easy for me to sit here and judge them. I don't know. But, okay, so I read up if there was anything that can be done legally against Madison's. I was reading something that was on Fox News. And legally, no. She's 18 years old. She can do what she wants. Even though the police was searching for her and wasted time and resources, they said that was their job to do that. That's the police's job. I've got the article here. I can read it to you guys. I think she was closer to her dad. And no, there's not anything I saw on an article. Yeah, you just got to feel that she's closer. Meow, meow. Yeah, she's allowed to leave and can't get in trouble. But they went on to say that could she be sued by the police department? Yeah, if they chose to. It's very interesting. Let me see if I can find that. Legal expert weighs in is the title. Let me look at it for a minute. Um, I don't know. Maybe they didn't sleep in the same room, but I'm assuming they did because the boyfriend said he couldn't sleep in the bed since Madison was gone. He had to sleep on the couch, so they shacking up. I'm not going to read the whole article, just what it said about the legal stuff. One of the biggest questions viewers are asking Fox 19 now is, after days of searching and Madison turning up safe and sound, leaving on her own free will, who is responsible for the 6 days of police efforts, the FBI joining in, and the Greenfield Police Department's efforts to track her down. Madison Bell, who is an adult, can do as she wishes. That's what it says. We ask legal experts if Madison or her family could face any potential charges. I don't know of anything criminal that could be done, explained Fox 19 Now legal expert Mike Allen. On the civil end, anybody can sue anybody for anything, but I don't see that being successful either. I think the thought would be that, hey, that's the cop's job. I understand where people are coming from with it, but I don't see any avenue to recovery on a civil action either. Madison Bell was with the person of interest while law enforcement, family, and friends searched for her. The sheriff was not able to confirm if the person was the man police released a photo of on Thursday. So Madison's family did release a statement upon hearing that she was found safe. And basically, they just thanked everyone that was involved for, helping search for Maddie. The Texas EquiSearch helped search for. I didn't know that. Somehow I must have missed that. Forgotten it. Yeah, but at least she's safe and sound. Hopefully everything works out for her. I wish her the best. But gosh, you can't just disappear like that and have everybody looking for you. Okay. How did she know she was missing? No one did know what happened. I don't know. I just think it's strange that her daughter was only gone 40 minutes and she was already out looking for her. Maybe it's just me. That's just my opinion. It just makes me think she smothered her, to death. Kept too close of an eye on her, maybe. Maybe that's why she ran away. Could have been abuse going on in the home. I don't know. Just my thought on it. Yeah, probably, Kat. Probably a lot more going on than what we know. Oh, okay, Queen. I didn't know if you was talking to me. Sometimes we are trapped and need to take charge of our lives. See, that's a good word, trapped. Maybe she felt trapped. That's what I'm trying to say. That's a lot. 18 years old, living in your parents' house, got your mom keeping a close eye on you, which I know mothers are supposed to keep up with their kids, but you can, smother them to death, They need some freedom and a little privacy and stuff. But then, okay, on top of that, she's got her boyfriend living there. He's going to want to know where she's going when she's coming back too. You see what I'm saying? That's like a lot for someone that's not even had their high school graduation yet. And she's been dating this kid for 5 years. She probably outgrew the relationship. It's young love, puppy love. Yeah, Heidi, some of them, some of these cases, Heidi, I agree with what you're saying. Some of them get a lot of coverage and others don't. Like little Noah Tomlin, who went missing from Hampton, Virginia. They found his body in the trash. His mom had killed him. But anyways, he got a little coverage, but not like the other missing kids. Yeah, I noticed that. I get what you're saying. Yeah, Jamie. Someone was saying up in the chat that I think it was Emily that I guess her boyfriend's parents were abusive. So Madison's mom let him live there at her house. I think they should have figured out something better with that situation, most definitely. I understand she was trying to help out a kid, but there should have been some other kind of arrangement because that was Madison's boyfriend. That's just my opinion. That's just too young to be shacking up. Okay, so let's talk about Suzanne Morphew for a little bit. Everybody thought they found her body over the weekend. I kind of thought they might have too, but I didn't do any videos on it because I was trying to wait for it to be confirmed and stuff. And no, they didn't find anything. So they're going to continue to look for it. I'm wondering why. I mean, I know that Barry, her husband, had worked at that site where they were searching and sifting the dirt and everything. But I'm wondering if someone gave them a tip and said, hey, go look there, or if they just knew he had been on that job site or what. There's definitely foul play involved. Remy, that happens to me all the time. I'll be waiting on somebody to go live, and it never goes live. Finally, I'll go out and come back in and they'll be live. Sometimes it takes a couple times of doing that before I can actually get to the stream. Something's going on with YouTube. Has he lawyered up? Yes, Susan, he has lawyered up, which is pretty smart because everybody thinks this man has done something to Suzanne. Not everybody, but a lot of people. I've seen people talking about him having mistresses. Then I saw that was not true. The lady that he worked with said that she was not his mistress. So I don't know what in the hell is going on. I even read an article about, and it said something about some of Suzanne's friends that gave interviews. And some of the stuff they said wasn't correct, or it was something like that, it said. Oh, congratulations, Remy, to your little boy. Mock graduation. Hey, Melissa. Yeah, something is holding me back from straight out accusing Barry, of doing something to Suzanne. For one, I don't got no evidence of it. There's not been no evidence that's come out, So I don't have any facts to base it on. And I don't know. Something's holding me back from thinking, he did something. Of course, I don't want him to be guilty. I don't want him to have done anything to her. They got daughters together. Think of how that's going to affect the girls they share. They got 2 daughters. Dad killed mom. You know what I mean? I hope she's safe. But I don't got a good feeling about that. I don't think that she is, to be honest. That's the feeling I have on that. But I don't know who's responsible. Yes, Barry's the first person that you would think of. He was out of town doing a landscaping job on Mother's Day. But sometimes these cases can have a twist in it. Like the Heidi Broussard case, everybody thought that her fiance had did something. Then we had a plot twist and it was one of her friends. Thinking that might happen in this case. She could have had a stalker. Yeah, that was like that's a small community, I believe. That don't mean there's not a crazy person there. It don't mean she didn't have a stalker. You could have a stalker and not know about it. It could have been she could have just ran into someone if she did go on a bike ride. That's not been verified if she definitely went on a bike ride. Her bike could have been planted there. But anyway, she could have actually went on a bike ride and ran into crazy person. That's not unheard of. Wrong place, wrong time. What's going on in Colorado? There's like a lot of crap always going on there. Missing kids, missing women. I saw that too, Never Lose Hope. And then I saw another article that said that wasn't true. But that's not uncommon to be on a job site and men have disagreements and arguments. That happens all the time at construction sites and stuff. People's hot headed, so um but acting like that can show that somebody's got a violent side to them. They fly off and act violent for no reason. We don't know, so because we weren't there. I'd love to know though. He fits the steroid rage, alley cat. I watched a movie on Lifetime once based on a true story. I can't remember the name because it was years ago, but Jacqueline Smith played in it. I think that's her name. Is it, or Jacqueline Hill? Is it Jacqueline Hill? I believe. Anyways, she married this guy. He was Prince Charming. Then he started lifting weights, got on steroids, and it made him crazy. And he just about beat her to death. But she got away from him. But it was based on a true story. They lived in isolation. Never lose hope. I heard that she wasn't too excited about the move to Colorado from Indiana. They said she was really well liked in both communities that she lived in. The lady, lots of people go up into that community, strangers, maybe somebody just took her. I know. See, like I'm from a small area too, but we got all these hiking trails. We got the Jefferson National Forest Park, and you can go camping, hiking, and people from Kentucky, West Virginia, all over the place come here to camp and hike and go on the ATV trails and zip line. Yeah, we get a lot of strangers. I believe that's what happened in the Delphi murders. The person that murdered Abby and Libby, I believe it was a stranger just visiting there, saw an opportunity and took it. Could be wrong. Said their mom, I'm behind, but steroids also came to mind. I didn't pay any attention. Did he have big old muscles? I mean, he looks like he keeps in shape, but I just thought that was from doing like hard work, landscaping. I know, like I've said before, Mark does landscaping and stuff, and it can be hard work. I mean, I don't know if this guy was just planting flowers or what he was doing, but like Mark works hard because, there's weed eating involved, mowing, this and that, not just planting flowers and making a flower bed. No matter what happened to her, we pretty much know she's dead. Her last thoughts, her beautiful life. It's very sad. True, Heidi. Heidi, I just love your name. My granny loves that name, Heidi, because of the book Heidi. Y'all know the old story Heidi. Well, I hope they can. I hope they find her safe, but I hope they get some clues here soon and figure out exactly what happened. My heart goes out to her family, especially her daughters, and to Barry if he's innocent. I don't know. I'm not wanting to believe it, guys, because it's really going to affect her daughters. It's going to affect them anyways if somebody done something to their mother. But if their daddy done it, it's going to really affect them. So my heart goes out to him. I hope he didn't have anything to do with it. We thought Madison was dead. What if Suzanne took off too? Yeah, I mean, it's possible she could have. Um, Judging by what I've read about her life and how she was, I don't think she would have done that to her daughters. There's been people do that before, though, of course. But anything's possible, guys. Anything's possible. Speaking of people disappearing, Jennifer Dulos disappeared May 24th, 2019. Yesterday made a year. Still not found her body. They're still searching for her. They were searching a property on Skyview Drive, and that's pretty close to Jefferson Crossing. But Fotis and her actually lived there while their Jefferson Crossing home was being built. Then, of course, they moved into their new home, but Fotis actually done some renovations for the new homeowner because some pipes burst. So investigators were searching there. I don't know if they found anything. I've not saw any updates, but there is like a 17-foot deep septic tank there. It's not been pumped in years. Nobody's lived in the house in years. He could have went in there and put her behind the wall or anything. Investigators did search there when she disappeared. But they just did like a look around. They didn't really search with any dogs or anything. I think they should take a cadaver dog there. They may have, but here recently, I don't know. Just have to say, I hate it for her kids. Here she goes missing. They've never found her. Their dad had been accused of her murder, and all the evidence suggests that he really did murder her. He was responsible. And then he takes his own life. 5 kids left without a mom or dad, living with their grandmother in a New York City apartment, a nice apartment, but still. Gloria Barber is like really up there in age. She's a strong lady, still getting around pretty good, it looks like. But gosh, 5 kids that age. What's going to happen to the children if Gloria Farber passes away is what I'm thinking, what I'm trying to get at. I'm sure she's made arrangements knowing her. Has ground penetrating radar been used in the search? I don't know, Jamie. They didn't say much about what was going on. They just said investigators were at that house a few days ago searching. Let me see if I can find anything this morning. I think I looked. Yeah, right here's one. ABC 7, 6 hours ago. Let's see what this says. Let me scroll to the bottom of this article because, the beginnings of articles, they tell the whole backstory. That's not what I'm looking for. Let me see. Give me just a second, guys. I'll find it. Going to have to type in some keywords like investigators, search property. Okay, so it's a home in Avon. The search, okay, so the new search they had just like 4 or 5 days ago was concentrated at a luxury home on Skyview Drive in Avon, where Jennifer and her estranged late husband, Fotis Dulos, had lived about 10 years ago. Um, the state police searched the property after the publication raised questions about whether the expansive site had been thoroughly searched. So that's why they was there. The home is less than 2 miles from the Farmington home where Fotis and Jennifer Dulos lived before she moved to New Canaan with the couple's 5 children and began divorce proceedings in 2017. In a brief email to Patch Thursday morning, state police said there's no new information to report. Police also said they are not in Avon, and that was Thursday. A state police spokesperson followed up that email a while later with a more comprehensive media statement. We are aware of media reports stating the state police detectives are searching a property in Avon related to the Jennifer Dulos investigation. State police wrote detectives are currently not searching this property. As part of the investigation, detectives searched this property in 2019. What are they talking about? They had pictures the other day of them at that property searching again. Now they're basically, I don't know, maybe they're trying to keep it quiet or something. Okay, so look, the home is worth over $2.9 million. And it says it's off the market. See, another article said it was up for sale. These people don't know what in the hell they're talking about. The property is 4 acres. The home is described as having 6 bedrooms, 7.5 bedrooms, 6 bedrooms and 7.5 bathrooms, and a regulation-sized indoor basketball court, among other high-end finishes. It appears to have been built in 2009. Wow. Can you imagine living in a home like that? Like, I get having money and wanting nice things, but really, what do you need a home that big for? Let me get back to my chat here. Okay, Nikki, Mick. I know in 2018, the older girl starred at a Colorado college. Yeah, back to Suzanne Morphew. Yeah, they moved there because of her daughter going to college there. That's what I read. What is this with the goose stuff? Who the hell's got a name Goose on YouTube? I don't know what. He's probably already blocked on here or something. I didn't see it. Hey, Goose, you can kiss our asses here. We don't want your rudeness here. Kick rocks, loser. I don't even know what they said, but I'm not putting up with it. I mean, I'm not. Haters, get a life. Go pray. Do something positive with your life instead of putting out negative energy into the world. I know he's blocked, but I'm just saying, I just want him to hear that. You must be a loser to go around and do whatever you just said. Loser. I can't stand rude people. Yeah, as soon as y'all see somebody like that, take them out. You don't gotta ask me. We don't want people like that here. I've got something I don't like is a smart ass and a rude person. I won't put up with it. If I see it, I'll just, you're gone. Okay. Okay, let's go, guys. Yeah. I've been like triggered lately. Usually I don't let that crap bother me, but my depression's been bothering me. Just losers. I just don't get social media. Don't matter if somebody can't see your face or know who you are. You shouldn't be mean to people and stuff. Have a conscience, for God's sake. Okay. What was I saying now? No, they got enough attention. Oh, yeah, yeah. Suzanne Morphew's daughter had moved there to go to college, so that's why they moved. Man, they got a nice house too. Did y'all see their home? It's over $1 million home too. They must have really had a nice business in Indiana. They had a landscaping business. Then they moved there. I think Barry, of course, still done a few landscaping jobs and was a firefighter. They seem to have a good life, but hey, look at Chris Watts and Shanann Watts. They seem to have a good life on social media too. Oh, by the way, speaking of them, did y'all see on Jay for Justice's channel last night? She was playing phone calls between Chris Watts and Cindy Watts. And this was before his second confession that came out later on in February 2019. Yeah, this was before he got sent to the prison. He was in Weld County Jail. Yeah. It was hard to listen to and stuff. I didn't listen to the second part because I went to bed early last night, but the first part I did. Lisa, yeah. I felt, I say stuff about Cindy Watts sometimes, but you could hear the desperation. Like she just wanted to believe so bad he didn't kill the girls, but I don't know. I just don't like her. I don't like the things she says about Shanann. She gave that interview to Lady Justice a few weeks ago, like Shanann was abusing Chris. Come on, he was a grown man. He could have got a divorce. Mm-mm-mm. So, hey. Nick, another question I've been looking for is the girls called the neighbor about not getting to touch their mom, but did the neighbor also call the police? Nikki Mick, as far as I understand, yes, the neighbor is the one that reported her missing. That's the way I read it. I read that they couldn't get in touch with their mom on Mother's Day, and I took that as they hadn't talked to her on Mother's Day at all. At first, when the story first came out, I thought everybody knew Suzanne went on a bike ride because maybe she had told her daughters through text, but no, they hadn't talked to her Mother's Day. So when they couldn't get a hold of her, they called the neighbor and they reported her missing. I'm wondering if they called their dad. I'm wondering if they called their dad and was like, hey, we can't get a hold of mom. Have you talked to her? I mean, they could have, and he could have said, call the neighbor or something. A lot of questions. Usually, these days, neighbors don't want to get involved. Yeah. Yeah, I've got some stuff going on with my neighbors, which I reported yesterday. But no, I was not going to walk over there to, my members know about it. I talked about it on my member stream, but my neighbor, she's got a guy that she dates and then breaks up with. And when she breaks up with him, he's up here snooping around. I call him the creeper. I've caught him out here in the middle of the night on my driveway too. Stooped down behind his car wheel. trying to spy on her last year. But anyways, he's back doing that. But yesterday when he was out there, it upset me. But he wasn't doing anything illegal. He was parked in my other neighbor's driveway that's not moved in yet. And I got to thinking, it's not a good idea to walk over to his car. Well, if he pulled out a gun and shot me? So I just reported it to my landlord's son who handles all this. Because, well, if he harmed that girl or something. I have told her about him creeping around when he did it last year. He quit after I called him that one time and cussed him out. But anyways, I had told her. She don't care. Lisa, mods, when you mod, everybody can see you, even if you've got that person blocked. Yeah. Good morning, Amy. Is it Amy Ellie? Well, TC, it did. For those of you that are new, y'all don't know the whole story. He was up here. I came from feeding my chickens one day. This was last year. And I have to, cross the fence, come up a little wooded path. And I was looking down at the ground because I got a bad knee and it was wet. And I didn't want to slip. When I got up to the top, I heard someone say, "Hey." And I looked up and it was that creeper guy. And evidently, I was over at the funny farm doing a video with my chickens. He had been spying on me. Then I got him out here at nighttime. Then I caught him out hiding in the bushes. My dog broke loose from me, about bit him and everything. That night, I went crazy on him. I cussed him out. I told him he was a creeper and everything. Well, he stopped doing that, and then I noticed he would come over and visit her, this and that. Now she's got another man. He's back to trying to creep. So I had to nip that in the bud yesterday. Yeah, I call him the creeper. He'll always be known as the creeper to me. His family's got money. He thinks he's invincible. They're the richest people in the county. She's got a kid by him. This girl that lives next to me. Yeah. That I've not seen in about 6 months. But I think he went up to live with her mom and dad in West Virginia. I've not seen him in a long time. The lady, everyone thought we were the perfect couple. He was controlling. He was a narcissist. He died the first night, moved in. Really? Yeah, my first husband was abusive. And he would be all goody-goody in front of people. And then, behind closed doors, he was abusive. So we never know what goes on behind closed doors. Everybody said that Suzanne and Barry had a good relationship, but a lot of times people put on a front when they're around people because they don't want people to know they're having problems in their marriage. Some people's very private. So we don't know. I hope he didn't have a mistress. I hope he wasn't involved because it's going to be even harder on these girls. I'll give Little Rogue her wrench back because I've known her for a long time too. Okay, Little Rogue, I gave you a wrench back. We need help modding because we're getting more people in the chat and it's going to attract trolls. I'm going to have to put up like a warning. Hey, if you don't like Southern accents, don't come in here. Because Southern accents offend people sometimes for some reason. Lord, I can't help how I talk where I was born at. So my fault my mom got pregnant with me and I was born in the South. Rachel, hello, welcome. Yeah, I believe Shanann actually thought, I just saw someone's comment. I believe Shanann Watts actually thought her and Chris had a great relationship. He let her think that. They didn't have a great relationship, but he just went along with the man don't know how to voice himself or something. I don't know. He's weak. Um, but he led her to believe they had a good relationship. He must not never voiced, how he felt like, hey, I don't like this or that, or don't want to do this or that. That's how I take him. Like, damn. Chris Watts is a monster in my eyes. Now, anybody else is welcome to their own opinion. He murdered his 2 little girls, his pregnant wife. He murdered one little girl he murdered her in front of her sister. Little Bella had to watch that. Then it happened to her. I mean, he's a monster. He said he was raging. Really, do people rage for an hour straight? Took him an hour to get to work. He didn't have to kill those girls. If you're not happy in your marriage, you leave. If you don't want the responsibility of kids and you're married and stuff, get a divorce and sign your rights over. If you don't want to pay child support, only losers don't pay child support, just for the record. If you don't pay child support, you're a loser. That's what a lot of this is. That's why a lot of these men murder their wives. They do not want to pay spousal support. They would rather murder the person that had their children for them that they've been married to for years. It's crazy. People's greedy. Mac, hey, good to see you. Bye, Emily. Oh, there's Alex. Hey, Alex. And the fact he had them poor girls sit in the car and their dead mom discuss. I know. Their mom's body was underneath their feet. They was, according to Chris Watts, they were cuddled up in the back seat together, sitting side by side, leaning on each other. They had to know something was going down. Kids can sense stuff. Kids are not dumb. Watts was inhumane. Yeah, now he's got religion. He's got the religion. One thing I noticed about the phone call with Chris and Cindy Watts that Jade played, one of the first things in one of the phone calls Cindy says is they're saying horrible things about us. She's just worried about herself and what the public was saying about her. Well, that's what happens when you talk crap about a victim, your own daughter-in-law that your son murdered your grandchildren, and then you get on TV and say bad stuff about her. People's not going to like that. I do feel sympathy for Cindy Watts. I can't imagine having a child that grows up and murders his own children and wife. I can't imagine that. That would have to be hard. But that lady, in my opinion, she's got the characteristics of a narcissist. She can out-talk me. That's pretty bad. But no, in the jailhouse conversations, she was like over-talking Chris. Like, he didn't really say that much. He's not a big talker, I don't guess. But hell, you can't get a word in edgewise around that woman. And Jay didn't want nobody bashing her in the chat. I had to respect that. And I was like, crap. I'll just wait till in the morning to say what I got to say about it. I don't like her and that other YouTuber bashing Shanann, making Chris Watts out to be the victim. He was abused. Hey, there's a lot of people abused in the world and they don't kill their own children. They might kill their abuser, but they don't kill their own children. Mary. Yeah, we talked about it at the beginning of the stream, Annie. We talked a little bit about it. She was a meddler. She liked to antagonize and just make the whole marriage hard. Nikki, that's what I always said. She always took jabs at Shanann to make Shanann, come back and say something to her. Like she used to make little jabs at Shanann about Shanann's engagement ring. She said something to her like, oh, we didn't have to have expensive rings like that back in my day. Crap, my engagement ring, my mother-in-law picked out. But she'd just say little things to get at her. Hold on, guys. Let me go check on my dog real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, so she was fine. My little beagle. She whines for everything, and sometimes I think I'm hearing her whine sometimes, and she's not even doing it. She's very spoiled. She's a diva beagle. Let me give Annie P. Hey, Joelle. Hey, girl. Let me give Annie P. a recap on Madison. Madison is safe. She just ran off on her own. And we talked about her wasting resources, Annie. There's nothing they can do about it. From my understanding, she's 18 years old. She's free to leave if she wants and not come back. But there's nothing legally it can be done. I think maybe it meant if the police really wanted to, anybody could sue anybody. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they could sue for waste of resources. But a lot of people look at it like it's the police's job to look for people. But I get what you're saying, Annie. That is not cool, what she did at all. Everybody worried about her, people thinking that she's dead. As soon as she saw, she's supposed to be a responsible kid, according to her mother. As soon as she saw that her face went on the news, and I'm sure she was on some kind of social media, even if she was using somebody else's account, she should have called and told police, hey, I'm okay, but I don't want to go back to my mom's house. I'm 18 years old. I'm at this address if you want to come and talk to me face to face. That's what she should have done. Alley Cat, yeah, that was the YouTuber. I just saw your comment. That's the YouTuber that I was talking about that interviewed Cindy Watts. It was really bad audio. But during one of the phone calls Jay played, Chris Watts said, I don't want anybody saying anything negative about Shanann. I don't want people thinking negative stuff about her. And that is all his mother does, is spread negativity. Say negative things about Shanann. Look, Shanann wasn't perfect. I get that. Who is? But Cindy seems like she's very controlling. Nikki Mick, I agree with you. Mark must be bringing his Harley home. It's getting ready to get really loud. It's here. Oh gosh, my hubby drives me crazy, guys. Yeah, that's him on the Harley. So I'm going to wind down this live stream because my dog's going to be cutting a fit. I hate to cut and run, but y'all can hear Big Harley's coming. My dogs are going to go crazy. Lady, calm down. It's okay. I love it when he does that, guys. Love y'all. See y'all in the morning. He's cutting Harley off. Um, anyways, I only try to stay on an hour. Anyways, but thanks, lady. You're going to bust everybody's eardrums. Thanks for chatting, and I'll see y'all in the morning, 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. Eastern. I can't talk. Love y'all. Peace.